I believe that in order to do something, you need a role model to show you at least a general direction of how to get there. You only know as much as you know, and information changes things. In order to know more than you know, you have to find someone or something that knows it. In order for the legacy of my family to change, someone has to be the change. In order for my niece and nephew to go far in life, they need a role model to show them. I know how it feels to want more out of life and want success and not be able to reach out to those around you because they haven't discovered it yet. I know how it feels to want to be set up with opportunities that put you ahead in life, but not having the resources or mindset to get it. I've cried, I've struggled, I've been depressed, I've hated myself, I've lost weight, I've gained weight, I even cut my hair. I've tried all these things, but nothing has helped me. I don't want my niece and nephew to have to go through what I've been through. I have to be woman enough to take on this responsibility. I have to have the courage. It was placed in me to make changes for my family. I see that now. I understand that I'll be faced with challenges. I have to hit these challenges head on. Life hits hard, but I have a mean left hook, so I have to hit back. Hey YouTube, it's your girl Jewel, back with the 23 for 23 Healthy Lifestyle Change, and I'm here today to talk about my motivation. So I found myself the other day crying, and I was crying, and I'm sensitive, so I might have over exaggerated a little bit, but I was crying because I woke up late. I got up around 4:45. I told y'all I've been getting up at 4 a.m. So I ended up getting up at 4:45, running late for the gym. So I'm so pissed. I could still get in a good workout from 4:45 to 6 o'clock. I still had time. I leave myself a little bit of wiggle room, but I was mad because I don't want to get lax. And I can always tell when I'm like starting to get lax with something. Like, if you ever felt like when you were doing something for so long that you messed up one time, it's like, oh, okay. You've been making A's all your life and then you get a B. It's like, it's just a B. You're not doing too bad. You get an A minus. Oh, it's just an A minus. Then that A minus turns into a B. It's like a domino effect. It keeps going. So I was mad with myself because I'm like, yo, Jewel, like, you really, you think you doing the thing, so now you miss one morning, now it's okay. No, it's not okay. So when you're addicted to drugs, it only takes one time to relapse. When you're addicted to nicotine, it only takes one time to smoke a cigarette again for you to become comfortable with smoking a cigarette again. You may not smoke like you used to, but the point is, you've made it okay to smoke from time to time. And so I said, I don't want it to be okay that I don't get up on time. I don't want it to be okay that I'm late. I don't want it to be okay that I hit the snooze button. So I'm like, yo, Jewel, like, I have a problem with that. You can't do that. And so while I'm sitting there crying, y'all may think that, oh, Jewel, it's not that big of a deal. You're not, you don't have to be perfect. I'm not trying to be perfect, but I am trying to make this permanent. Because it wasn't too long ago where I was only giving 50%. I wasn't giving my all. I was only halfway doing my weight loss journey. So I don't want to make it okay to just, you missed. It's all good. Get up late. No, I'm getting up at 4 a.m. So I'm sitting there crying, but then I can hear Tony Robbins in my head say, see a situation for what it is. Don't make it worse than what it is. And when you see it for what it is, see it better than what it is. I heard E.T. say, don't cry to give up, cry to keep going. I heard Les Brown say, you only get two things in life, reasons or results. So I'm sitting there like, I can come up with all the reasons for why I'm not doing what I have to do that morning. I can come up with all the excuses, all the whatever, or I could just come up with results of what I'm going to do from this point on. And so because of that motivation, I was able to come out of that sadness. I was able to come from that place that if it was me a long time ago, I would have woke up the next day and probably did the same thing. Been late, snooze it again. But because of the motivation that I listen to constantly, morning, noon, night, when I wake up, while I'm getting ready, on the way to work, in my car, on the way to school, before I go to bed, because of that motivation that motivates me every day, I can hear them replaying in my head. So this is why motivation is so important. Because when you feeling like you want to give up, you hear them talking to you. You hear that motivation talking to you. Sometimes in the morning at 4 a.m. when I do get ready to snooze my alarm, I hear E.T. say, "Oh, so you must like sleep more than you really want to get healthy." Is that what you're saying? And I'm like, nah, you right. So I get up. So my motivation, I really take it serious, and I listen to it constantly, so I can get it into my brain, into my soul. That way it just plays, and if I don't play my motivation, I'm lost, literally. So my point is, don't worry about a setback. Don't worry about what you did this morning. Don't worry about what you did yesterday. That's okay. Work with what you got where you are. Take the now and go forward. It's okay to have a setback. I'm not tripping off my little setback. I'm not tripping that I woke up late. That's okay. But from this point on, I challenge myself, Jewel, you're going to do better tomorrow. I challenge myself, Jewel, don't you worry about that setback. You take from this moment on, say you're not going to get up late. You're not going to hit the snooze button. A setback is a setup for a major comeback. So don't worry about that setback. Do what you have to do right now. Do with what you have right now from this moment on. Don't say, "Oh, I ate me some bad unhealthy snacks this morning, so I guess I can start tomorrow." No. Start right now. From this point on, don't eat stuff that you know you're not supposed to eat. From this point on, write it down. If you're serious about your health, if you're serious about your life, if you're serious about your goals, write it down. Write it down. Because paper's going to remember. People forget. So write it down. Read it every single day. And get you some motivation that constantly reminds you of why you're doing it. That constantly reminds you of your reasons behind doing this. Your reasons behind wanting to be successful. Your reasons behind wanting to reach your goals. Don't worry about that setback. So I ain't tripping off my setback. But I am focused on what I'm going to do from this point on. So what are you going to do from this point on? See y'all.